This is commentary on Workbook Lesson 165 in the Course of Miracles. Let not my mind deny the thought of God. This lesson confronts a couple of traditional ideas we have, one from psychology and the other from theology. And the one from psychology is that when we say that somebody's in denial, what we're usually referring to is they're not aware of something bad that's going on inside of them, either their fears or their anger or some quality that's in them. And what the Course tries to get us to see is that we do in fact do that. But that's really a function of us wanting our denial of them, which means our unawareness of them, is what allows them to seem to function. And that denial of those bad things inside of us is really what we're trying to do, is to deny all the goodness and love and truth of who we are. And so that's the real denial, is that we're usually denying that truth of ourselves, and we try and cover that up with denying these bad feelings. But really, the denial in our minds is a denial of our innate goodness, of the truth of who we are. So that's one idea that the Course adds to about what denial is in the mind. The second is from theology, is this belief that in order to get to God or to follow God, we have to have this absolute faith and unshaking conviction, and without that, nothing's going to work, and that we just have to have that kind of faith. And what this Course is saying, and what this lesson is saying, is that God acknowledges how much we doubt the truth of who we are, or the truth of love, or the truth of God. And it's saying that those kinds of doubts, that lack of faith, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you have that. You're not expected to have unshaking conviction and faith in these things, but that all that's really required is to want the truth of who we are. That's where the impetus comes to having that experience, is just the wanting of that, and the lack of conviction, the doubts that we have, our uncertainties, all of it doesn't matter. We just have to desire it. And so today in this lesson, we're asked to ask with desire for the truth of who we are, and to ask in hope. And what that hope is centered in is not a reliance upon our strength to do that, but it's a reliance on the strength of God inside of us. It's that strength in God inside of us that will give us the strength to affirm, to not deny the truth of who we are, and to affirm that. So the strength comes from God. So we ask in hope, and we ask in desire, and we're not concerned about our doubts. Okay, so let's go through the lesson. Let not my mind deny the thought of God. What makes this world seem real except your own denial of the truth that lies beyond? What but your thoughts of misery and death obscure the perfect happiness and the eternal life your Father wills for you? What could hide what cannot be concealed except delusions? What could keep from you what you already have except your choice to see it not? Denying it is there. The thought of God created you. It left you not, nor have you ever been apart from it an instant. So this is this metaphor again about our creation was a function of a thought that God had, and that we're a thought in that mind, and that mind has never left that thought has never left that mind. So it left you not, nor have you ever been apart from it an instant. It belongs to you. By it you live. It is your source of life, holding you one with it, and everything is one with you because it left you not. The thought of God protects you, cares for you, makes soft your resting place, and smooth your way, lighting your mind with happiness and love. Eternity and everlasting life shine in your mind because the thought of God has left you not and still abides with you. Who would deny his safety and his peace, his joy, his healing and his peace of mind, his quiet rest, his calm awakening, if he but recognized where they abide? Would he not instantly prepare to go where they are found, abandoning all else as worthless in comparison with them? And having found them, would he not make sure they stay with him, and he remain with them? Deny not heaven. It is yours today, but for the asking. Nor need you perceive how great the gift, how changed your mind will be before it comes to you. Ask to receive, and it is given you. Conviction lies within it. Till you welcome it as yours, uncertainty remains. Yet God is fair. Sureness is not required to receive what only your acceptance can bestow. So this is just acknowledging that the doubts are there and we're not sure of the truth of this, but that if our have this desire for it and ask with that, that's what will work. So ask with desire. You need not be sure that your request the only thing you want, but when you have received, you will be sure you have the treasure you've always sought. And what would you then exchange for it? What would induce you now to let it fade away from your ecstatic vision? For this sight proves that you have exchanged your blindness for the seeing eyes of Christ. Your mind has come to lay aside denial and accept the thought of God as your inheritance. Now is all doubting past, the journey's end made certain, and salvation given you. Now is Christ's power in your mind to heal as you were healed. For now you are among the saviors of the world. Your destiny lies there and nowhere else. Would God consent to let his son remain forever starved by his denial of the nourishment he needs to live? Abundance dwells in him, and deprivation cannot cut him off from God's sustaining love and from his home. Practice today in hope, for hope is indeed justified. Your doubts are meaningless, for God is certain, and the thought of him is never absent. Sureness must abide within you who are host to him. This course removes all doubts which you have interposed between him and your certainty of him. And we count on God and not upon ourselves to give us certainty, and in his name we practice as his word directs we do. His sureness lies behind our every doubt. His love remains beyond our every fear. The thought of him is still beyond all dreams and in our minds according to his will. And so we do. We practice in desire and in hope today, counting on a strength that's greater than us, that is inside of us, and that we ask for the truth of who we are, the peace that it will bring to us, the joy and the understanding. And so again, the practice instructions are morning and evening as long as we can, at least 5 minutes. Try and stop hourly and remember the lesson, giving thanks for all the help you had the hour before and asking for the help for the hour to come. And then whenever we're upset and have lost our peace, that's the time to practice as soon as we can. And we try and remember this thought all through the day as much as we can. All right, thank you very much. That's it for today.